she'll even be better off, and someday she'll find someone who actually deserves her, as soon as she realizes she always could have done better. Hot tears blur the room. But it's okay. Vinh steps out of their apartment for the last time. The engraved steel doors rolling shut behind her like a tombstone. 035. They've been planning this for months, almost since they got back together a year ago. Amara leans out the window of the helicraft, pointing toward the land below with a hand that isn't currently holding Vinh's. The ground is so bright with foliage, it burns the eye just to look at it. Amara has taken so much for granted over the course of her 30 conscious years, but one thing she'll always deeply appreciate is the smell of life, the rich scent of fertile soil, and the fresh perfume of flowers, and the odor of animal sweat. The air on her family's residences, scattered across hundreds of orbiters and ships and stations, and even on the capital planet, is painfully pristine. It smells like nothing. This planet, their new world, is so different from everything she's ever known. Vinh's eyes go wide. Amara watches as her girlfriend's gaze slides past the verdant forest flying by underneath them, latching onto the undulating, semi-transparent thing moving toward the trees. It oozes over the red grass in an unstoppable, shapeless, swallowing tide. "What the hell is that?" Vinh whispers into the microphone tip of her headset. Her fingers grip Amara's tighter. Amara laughs, the wind whipping her dense brown curls about her face. She knows it's the same giggle that made Vinh turn around in that club forever ago to get her first good look. "Come on, I've shown you every picture I took for the council reports," says Amara. "Actually, I was worried you'd be bored if I took you here." "Bored?" Vinh lets out a broken chuckle, pulling on a lock of straight black hair, an old nervous tic Amara hasn't seen in years. "Bored? Sweetheart, I'm terrified. The gray? Everything about it seems wrong." Vinh is never scared. She's almost literally fearless. Bravery is action in the face of terror, certainly, but Vinh doesn't even need the courage her fellow security officers do. She just acts without fear, without a shred of hesitation or self-doubt. It's what makes her the settlement's best protector and the enemy's worst foe. The rival outpost of Jackson Haven hasn't attempted a raid since she took over the security force. Amara theorizes Vinh's problem here is that you and your forces can fight off a couple hundred grunts trying to steal food or fabricators, but you could fire 1,000 rounds from a plasma cannon into the squirming mass below, and all you'd have is a busted cannon. If the Grey comes for them, there'd be nothing Vinh could do. All her training, all her skills, everything she is and everything she's worked for would be for nothing. Amara lays her other hand over Vinh's in gentle reassurance. "I know it looks monstrous from a certain angle, but see?" She gestures toward the land below with a wide sweep of her palm. "The trees are untouched. If not for this loud hunk of metal, you'd still be able to hear all the animals." She smiles, almost fondly, as she surveys the sap-slow flood. "This is just a planet self-cleaning mechanism. We could swim around in it and come out better than we went in. You can even breathe the Grey. In fact, the only time I've ever seen it attack two species at once was when they were in the same taxonomic tribe." Vinh's mouth contorts into a grimace. "So what's it cleaning this time?" "An invasive fungus from one of the other continents. We think Jackson Haven brought it over from one of their surveys. Idiots." Amara smirks. "One of these days, the planet's just going to get rid of them, I swear." Vinh's eyes.